Hi, I've been working at an ice cream shop for quite a while now, and I wrote a book about it called Ice Cream Man.
In November 2019, I released my second memoir, Ice Cream Man. The chapter beginning on page 12 is called Hair and describes the thought process behind not cutting my hair. My hair is long and curly now. I haven't cut it in 10 months. It's not a coincidence that I haven't cut my hair the whole time I've been at the job. I told myself I wouldn't get it cut until I either got a promotion, a raise, or booked a movie gig. I hate having long hair, so I've been using it as motivation to succeed. It wasn't an easy decision to come to. Previously in life, I've gotten a haircut about every 6 or 7 weeks. But shortly after I started the job, my friend Kelly asked if I'd be in her short film, and after I said yes, she said I should grow my hair out for it. The shoot would end in January, meaning I'd have to walk around with shaggy hair much longer than I'd like, but I thought the short would open some doors in entertainment for me, so I said sure. We shot the first day of the shoot in mid-December. It went well. It was very fun to be back in front of a camera. The last 2 days were to be shot a few weeks later. A week before we were supposed to film those final 2 days, I woke up in a wild mood, sort of overwhelmed with life, and couldn't get myself out of bed, not until I decided to make an appointment at a nearby barbershop. I texted Kelly letting her know I was on my way to get a haircut. She replied asking me not to do it, saying if I got a haircut, the short wouldn't make sense, as the whole short was supposed to take place over the course of 1 day. Since I was in a wild mood and kind of freaking out a little bit, I texted her a lie. Unfortunately, my grandpa passed away this year, and it's something that we do in my family where every Christmas the oldest man in the family gives a haircut to all the other men in the family. And normally I might be able to say, I'm going to sit it out this year. But since my grandpa died, this will be my dad's first time to be the oldest man in the family, so it will be a very special time for him, and so I don't want to sit it out. I wish we could, but can we just do it like this? She called me right away to ask what was going on, and I asked her to write a haircut line into the short for my character, but she said that'd be too complicated and unnecessary, and told me that since we'd filmed out of order, there'd be no way of making it work anyways. I was going to ask if maybe I could wear a hat in whatever scenes were out of order, but then I took a deep breath, and not wanting to blow my first acting opportunity I'd had in a while, decided to stop pushing it and instead apologize for making things complicated, and told her I wouldn't be cutting it. So I was forced to wait another week, and it was during that week that I made the decision about not getting it cut until I accomplished one of those goals. I told myself, you know what, I'm going to use this hair as motivation. It will weigh me down until I'm able to burst through and succeed in some form. Movies ideally, but a promotion at work too. And the final 2 days of the shoot went very well.
After that chapter, I wrote about my hair a few more times throughout the book, and even after publishing it, I continued to let my hair grow for motivation. But once the ice cream shop shut down, I no longer had the option to either get a promotion or raise at work, meaning the only goal left that I could achieve that would allow me to cut my hair would be to book a movie gig. Now, in order to help accomplish this goal, I went and paid $300 to get headshots taken. But unfortunately, 1 week after getting my headshots taken, the whole world went into quarantine. So sitting there in quarantine, I noticed something. Actually, this burdensome hair started to become a sort of comfort to me, because I might be going through something stressful and I'd be thinking, oh my gosh, what is going on? I don't know what to do. And then I'd look into the mirror for a moment and I would close my eyes and imagine myself on a billboard with close cropped hair, and the billboard is a sort of movie poster for some movie I've written and directed and am starring in. And so being transported, even momentarily in my daydream, into this alternate post-quarantine world of accomplishing this goal would allow me to get soothed, and all of a sudden I'd snap out of my stress and feel better. So then the other thing I started to realize with all my time to think in quarantine was that, you know what, at the time that I made this haircutting ultimatum, my hair symbolized a sort of failure, a sort of ugly burden that was weighing me down at the time that I created the ultimatum. And that now I felt like a failure at the time. The hair symbolized failure, and the only successes I defined were the 3 goals that would allow me to cut it. But to be honest, at this moment in time, even though I haven't booked a movie gig, I don't feel like a failure. I feel like a success. I have a hit game show, I have a thriving YouTube career, and so maybe it's time to give myself permission to cut off the symbolic failure. And the reason that I have this success, this thriving YouTube career and game show, is because the popular YouTuber iDubbbz took my Ice Cream Man book and adapted it into a feature-length documentary called Ice Cream Man. And so perhaps it would be most fitting that the person who freed me from the failures would also be the person to free me from the symbolic failure. And so I have asked iDubbbz to cut my hair for me, and the circle will now be complete.
So what style do you like best?
I actually I didn't originally like it like this, but I guess it's kind of grown on me, pun intended. And so yeah, I don't know.
So
But I guess that the reason I want to get it cut is because you know from reading the book the symbolism behind it. So as a way of thanking you for your contribution to this symbolic process, I'll be asking you to cut it. So just shorter in general.
So you just want it shorter?
Yes.
Awesome, we could do that. Oh yeah, these aren't great scissors. I went to cosmetology school, so this is right up my alley. What have you been doing lately? Anything new in your life?
No.
Alright, I think we're pretty good.
Yeah.
That's $60 plus tip.